Okay, well, duds have to happen from time to time. Just figured it would hopefully not be something that would appear everywhere. Oh well. Anyways, let's get to actually playing the game. Game? What did I just say? I know that's what this game is about, but Coin Clown, I have stress relief. Do they give you guides for everything? How odd. I don't really... Well, honestly, I don't really want to draw much right now to begin with after having just spent as much time as I did on that. Something that gives you money when you hit it. I can't think of anything immediately. Specifically the giving you money part. Yeah, you know what? This is kind of weird, but... it kind of makes sense with the money part, I guess. And it's a quick, dirty thing to draw. Try to kind of have some excuse for the hitbox being as big as it actually is on this thing. Mostly. It feels like most of its side. Most of its size. Maybe smooth up this side a bit here. Try to have some indentations on it, instead of just being one big smooth thing. It's okay. Still a little unnaturally tall for what it is intended to be, but whatever. Okay, and... yeah, that color works. Trying to kind of messily draw this at an angle here. I think this is more or less what this looked like. I could be wrong. I'm actually going off of memory here. Something feels wrong about the eye part here. Eye, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, and shading time. First, you get to be locked. And that was a bit darker than it should have been, actually. Whoops. Just make it, yeah, somewhat lighter shading here. Doing this a little quick and dirty since I just spent a lot of time drawing other stuff. It's something like that I kind of like the idea of. Yeah. Don't know if I want to go for another layer of shading on here. Now that I have more colors to work with. I might regret trying to do that, but just to see. There's more work to do too. I don't know if it's going to look better for it, particularly. I don't know. Anyways, oops. The odd idea here, I don't know if this is a part of recreation or not, but the idea of this thing is, a little thing. Does it bug me slightly? Like that, maybe? It should look flatter on the bottom. Silly thing to get caught up on, but... yeah. But anyways. This looks like it's basically just a garbage bag, which it basically is. The bags that you carry treasure around in Blinks 2. How long do the coins take to disappear in this game? I don't want to find out when it's those big coins. Can I still attack when looking up and down? Interesting. Anyways, that was kind of random. But you carry treasure around in that thing in that game, so... Man, I'm not used to how quickly you accelerate in this, jeez. I'm not used yet to, You do have a lot of momentum still, I feel like. I guess those are the things you pick up to heal yourself. As opposed to having, visible hearts on screen. But you also slide much slower. Oh, weird, there's no sound effect for getting a combo? Strange. Go away. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to acclimate to the new physics here. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Eh. High density of drawing lately. May not stand inside the drawing while I create it. An altar. Okay. I almost kind of don't want to look at the guy because I don't want to know what they imagine these things looking like so I can make it myself, but at the same time, it does give me at least a little bit of a hint of what they imagine using this thing to be like. Like what its collisions would be and so on. It sounds though like, they say stand on it, but I think it might just be stand in front of it, I can't tell. But, an altar to stand in front of for drawing things? Okay, actually no, I have one idea. Give me a second. I need a reference for this one. Okay, that took me longer than it should to try to get some actual footage that works for this. It's hard to get references of things, especially old things. Okay, the fun part is going to be the shape of this thing. This has a very, let's see, organic shape to it. The real centerpiece of this whole thing. Oh, no. I hate I have to be fully zoomed in to be able to... Oh, man. Use a line thickness I want. Okay, let's, you may just have to sketch this out a little bit and then clean it up afterwards if I can. Alright, let's just start. As a start. And the proportions may end up being a little bit off here, but I also want it to be as wide as it should be, so may end up reproportioning some things in service of that. I said as if my previous reproportioning of something did not go horribly, but again, I'm starting with very rough things here. And the fun part is there's a little bit of... This is not a flat shape here that I'm working with. Alright. This is a case where I'm trying to recreate a straight up 3D model with no outlines or anything. With something more two-dimensional. Which is a little tricky to pull off. You are distracting me. Okay. And... honestly, I'm kind of tempted to, just for a second, for reference's sake, try to kind of okay. That will probably help a little bit. Geez, but neither of those turned out well. Straight lines are difficult when you're at an oblique angle. And just don't have a steady hand, jeez. Okay. And from here, geez, this is disgustingly messy here. There, it's kind of hard to even make out what's supposed to be underneath. Give me another color for this. Let's start with that for the top of this thing. I think that works. Okay. Well, in that case, let's clean up some of the stuff that doesn't need to be here. I have to try to clean up some outlines in the midst of all this. To actually cover something resembling what this is supposed to look like. Much more a sculpting kind of approach here. Okay. Approximately. Hmm. It's not the right color. Now where's that? Oh, you could fill with the eraser. Kinda like that. Although I feel like this part up here should be bigger. Kind of. Yeah, it's gonna be some... I like the shape of what I have here for the most part, although I did miss one thing. Okay. Like that. But, okay, now the fun part is from here I actually have to clean this up, and there actually won't be too much to do on this after. This thing is mostly just outlined. It's pretty much a solid color. So at least I won't have a ton to do after I clean this thing up, but I have a lot of cleaning up to do now. So it's going to be very interpretive. You, by the way, should actually be the proper color now. Stop that. I do want you to be pointy. Oop. Okay. Just kind of make everything thin, and then if it's not right, figure it out. Yeah, this is going to be a much more organically shaped thing than usual for me to do here. So I'd be a little bit more meticulous than I should be right here. But I do want to have some pride in what I'm doing. I'm getting somewhere. My obsession with 1 pixel thick lines might not be the wisest in this game, I'm not sure. Definitely does complicate some things. It's taking me a lot more time and effort to draw this than it would otherwise. And you have to be especially careful, I think, about how 1 pixel thick lines look. Because the smallest variation in it, like just moving a pixel over by 1 can make it look totally wrong. The thickness like this. I don't know what possessed me to do everything like this by default. You also have to be fully zoomed in to even draw 1 pixel to begin with in this game. And yeah, I had a feeling this would end up being a long episode when I had more things to draw right now, but oh well. I don't think this is turning out badly so far. It is actually recognizably, I think, what it should be, even though it's a little bit more fluid in some places than I would intend for it to be, aesthetically. This is what making art is like. This is the process. Slow and painstaking. Okay, we're almost there on the outline, I think, which again will be the majority of the work on this one. Because this one doesn't have much color to it to begin with. Nice, not complicated color. Okay. So, from here, what do we do? So we choose a base color. Do I like this as base color? I like it a little bit lighter, actually. There's actually a small number of other colors to be used here. You don't really have many beiges and whatnot here. You have these browns, that's not the same thing. You don't have many satisfying like cream colors to use, which actually does trouble me a little bit, to be perfectly honest. There's a small number of things here that just use a different outline color. Oh, let me take care of those. Which one was this? That one. Should really use a fill tool for this. Well, except for when I can't. I shouldn't do things when I can't. I missed these. A couple of pixels here. Yeah, I think that. I thought that would immediately activate the brush. Okay. Did I fill you? I think I did. Okay. In your outline. Everything else, though, other than this one little bit here, is all the same color, so I'll speed things up. So now it's really just shading, which we'll see what I can do here. Ideally, we'd actually have some nice dithering going on here, but I don't know if I really want to spend the time doing that. In any case, you will get blocked. As will actually, for the time being, I don't want to draw over this thing. Or that one. That multiple locking is fantastic. Okay. Cool. So... for the moment, let's just kinda... put a vague line on here for this shading. I have some ideas for how to elaborate on this a little bit. Not too much. I know you have one lighter color before white even. I don't intend to use white on this one, I don't think, but... Yeah, so this one could also be dithered if I wanted to make it look a bit smoother. I'm not sure if I do. Something kind of like that. Alright, that is a start. Just a lot more freehandy than usual on here, even the more geometric parts. Okay, and you want to unlock. So I got a little bit of highlights on here. And that's your little shading too. Yeah, that was good. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like I would like to dither this a bit just to get some nice pretty smoothness on this, to be honest. See where I can get that to go. There is methodology to this. I'm not sure how apparent it is, because it feels sometimes like I'm just sticking noise everywhere. It's just, in a certain sense, a little deliberate. It's supposed to come across as slightly noisy. That's a little bit of randomness to it is part of what makes it look like what it is, but... There's also there is an order I'm trying to establish here too. How many episodes of the series are going to be half an hour? I'm not sure. Makes me a little concerned, though. I don't know if it was ultimately the best idea to do this, to be perfectly honest, because there was something nice, I think, about the cleaner look of the harder shading that it had. Despite all that other stuff, I still kind of want to have just like one little streak here of something. Just kind of help the shiny look of it. And this one I'll keep looking harder instead of softening it with the Dithrune. It's all those cases where once you start working on something, it can be a little hard to stop sometimes. Could have stopped working on this a little bit ago, but this is one of those things where well, one, I'm kind of happy with how it's turning out, so I kind of want to keep going, especially after having been very disappointed with how the hearts turned out. But then beyond that, I'm liking how this is going, so it's tempting to just kind of keep the nice stuff going. Keep the happiness up. Anyways, I think that works okay. The one thing I wanted still was just a little bit of shading here. I do have an awkward situation where the outline of something is lighter than the actual shading on the thing. I don't think I like that. I think I should swap those around. 1 second. So let me... So unlock those two. Temporarily, let's make this red. Then yeah, that I think looks better by a decent margin. So let's fix those up real quick. And just have one left now. Are these different colors here? No. Okay, and put the shading back. There we go. Do I have other colors left for blue? I do. For the sake of softness, I kind of want to change the color of this. Oh, not like that. I'll change on this one real quick and see if that looks okay. This is based on something that in 3D doesn't have any outlines, so... Oh, the outline being softer looks good to me. Of course, this will take a second. And then after this, I'll just put on the blue shading and we'll be done, I promise. This was entirely the case of me just getting carried away and spending a stupid amount of time on something. Oh, hello, what are you doing? Okay. Oh no. Okay. Let's lock you again. Let's lock all these. Okay. And just about done. Okay, a little overkill maybe. But I did it on one. I did it in one spot. I should do it in the other, shouldn't I? That's gonna be weird. We're almost there, I promise. I use very weak dithering on this one. Nope, one pixel stands out too much. Okay, almost there, again. And down here. Okay. Again, silly how much time I spent on all that, but... Anyways, this is the... what do you even call it? The thing that you used, the place where you can, like... I guess you have a save place? You do save there, right? and Graffiti Kingdom. Yeah, so what were we making again? An altar, supposedly? I mean, in a certain sense it makes sense, because I thought it would be like, you know, it's an artsy thing to interact with, like to call for help from the creator, so to speak. What's it even mean? I'm the creator, and I'm the one controlling this guy. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bye, everyone. We'll actually use this thing next time.